Have you ever had a moment of free time where you could have worked on something that could move you closer to your goals, but instead you picked up your phone, scrolled through social media, and let the chance slip away? Why does this happen? And how do people like Kiyotaka Ayanokoji, whose discipline is flawless, manage to stay on track while others struggle? Kiyotaka Ayanokoji's excellence is the result of rigorous, consistent effort, which is something we can all learn from. So today, I'll share with you some practical strategies to help you level up your discipline, stay productive, and make the most out of every opportunity. This one is huge. You've probably heard it before, but let me break it down in a way you might not have considered. How often do you wake up and immediately reach for your phone, scrolling through Instagram or watching a high-energy YouTube video? It feels good in the moment, but here's the thing. You're giving your brain a massive dose of dopamine, and dopamine, that feel-good chemical, can mess with your ability to focus on anything that doesn't give you that instant reward. When you flood your brain with high stimulus content, you're essentially short-circuiting your ability to tackle tasks that require effort and patience. This is where procrastination sneaks in. Now, when it's time to get to work on something important, your brain is already exhausted from the rush of social media, YouTube, or whatever you've been doing, so you hit a mental wall. So what's the fix? Simple. Start your day with tasks that require focus, no distractions. Whether it's a deep work session, a workout, or even just some household chores, do that first. When you get the hard stuff out of the way early, you build momentum for the rest of your day. Think about jumping into a pool. At first, it feels cold, right? You hesitate, your body resists, and you want to turn back. But once you get in, your body adjusts, and suddenly it's not so bad. Starting any task is the same thing. It's uncomfortable at first, but that's the nature of new challenges. So how do you get started without feeling overwhelmed? Break the task down into small, manageable chunks. Begin with the easiest parts first. This lowers the barrier to entry and makes it feel less intimidating. It's like dipping your toe in before diving in completely. As you work through these smaller, less daunting steps, you'll feel your resistance decrease. Before you know it, you're in the flow, and the task you once dreaded is no longer as challenging. The goal here is to ease into your work, not force yourself to dive in head first. As you make progress, you'll build momentum, and the bigger challenges won't seem as scary anymore. This one's about clarity. To build lasting discipline, you need to have a crystal clear vision of who you want to be. Kiyotaka Ayanokoji always stays in control and achieves his desired outcomes. You can achieve this as well, but first take a moment to define the person you want to become. Then, every single choice you make, from what you eat to how you spend your time, should be aligned with that vision. Ask yourself, does this action bring me closer to who I want to become, or does it take me further away? By consistently asking yourself this question, you'll start making decisions that align with your long-term goals. Over time, those choices will stack up, and you'll feel more confident in your ability to stay disciplined because everything you do will be pushing you forward. Building discipline doesn't happen overnight. Kiyotaka Ayanokoji had to go through the years of training in the White Room. The key for you is to start small and build consistency over time. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you work at it, the stronger it gets. Start with tiny habits, perhaps a 10-minute focused work session, or waking up 10 minutes earlier to do a task. These small actions don't seem like much at first, but they compound. As you begin to see progress, It'll motivate you to tackle bigger challenges, and before you know it, you'll have developed a strong sense of discipline without even realizing it. Kiyotaka Ayanokoji doesn't just rely on willpower alone, he's also incredibly strategic about his environment. Think about it. If you want to increase your focus and productivity, you need to set up your environment to support those goals. If you're constantly surrounded by distractions, it's almost impossible to stay on track. Think about the White Room, for example. Only the absolute essentials are present, with a bright white light always on. Now, yes, this is an extreme. So how can you master your environment to boost your discipline? Start by decluttering your space. A clean, organized environment can help clear your mind. When you're in a cluttered, chaotic space, your brain tends to mirror that disarray, making it harder to concentrate on your tasks. Take a few minutes each day to tidy up your workspace so you're ready to dive into productive work without distractions. Limit distractions. This might sound obvious, but how many times have you sat down to work only to find yourself checking your phone or opening a new tab on your computer? Kiyotaka Ayanokoji's success comes from controlling his environment, and one way you can do this is by limiting external temptations. Turn off notifications, put your phone out of reach, and set up designated times for social media or entertainment. Designate work zones. If you can, create a specific area just for work or study. When you're in this designated space, your brain associates it with focus and productivity. This creates a mental cue that signals it's time to get to work. And when you step out of that zone, you can enjoy your free time without guilt. By mastering your environment, you essentially remove the external factors that hinder your focus, allowing your self-discipline to shine through more easily. Now that you have these strategies to start building discipline, it's time to take action. Don't wait for motivation to strike. Motivation comes from action. So, commit to starting small today and use these tools to make real progress. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more content like this. Let me know in the comments, which of these strategies are you going to try out first? And thanks for watching.